Okay, let's create this optical illusion art project. So what I have is the printout. Now, if this becomes a little too tricky, what you can always do is use this printout to help you. But first thing you're going to need to do is find the center of your paper, even if you're using this printout. So when we take the paper, we need to hold it horizontally, landscape, and then I'm going to use my ruler, and I'm finding that my paper is 12 inches high, so I'm going to make a mark at 6 inches once, and 6 inches twice. And let me show you why. If I make one mark at 6 inches, I can use my ruler to make a straight line. But when I make 2 dots at 6 inches, I can use my ruler to make a horizontal line. Now our line is going to begin 3 inches from the top of the paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up my ruler with those 2 dots I created. Now you can put those dots anywhere on the paper. And now I'm going to look for the number 3. 1, 2, 3. And at the 3-inch mark, I'm going to start my line going down the center of the paper. I'm going to start it at 3 inches, and then I'm going to make it go down the entire length of the paper. Okay, at this point, if you wanted to use the tracer, you can. What you would do is you would line up this point with that point. You place it underneath and line it up. You can tape it to the back when you press it on a window and get it lined up. It's a little tricky to see, but it is there. We would just tape that in place and trace it. But for today, what we're going to do is we're going to draw our own. So we know this is where the shape starts, and now we need to know how wide this shape is. So this shape, inches, is 3 inches wide. So on either side of your line, you're going to make a dot at the number 3. And I'm going to do the same thing over and over again. Make a dot at the number 3. Now you can also do it this way. It is 3 inches in from the side. So let me show you how to do it the other way. So now I'm going to take my ruler and line it up with the edge of the paper. And at the number 3, I'm going to make a dot. And at the number 3, I'm going to make a dot. Okay, so now what I have is I have these dots that are 3 inches. So this is how wide it is. But when we look at this, this is the top point. Now this point is a little bit lower. This is actually 4 inches from the top. So let's go ahead and find those dots that we need at 3 inches in from the side. And we're going to start our line at 4 inches. So 4 inches down. And I'm going to make a line all the way to the bottom. I'm going to erase quite a bit of this line, by the way, so don't draw it too dark. Now let's go to the other side. So we're making 3 parallel horizontal lines. The first line starts 4 inches down from the side of the paper. The second line is 3 inches down, and then the third line is again 4 inches down. Last one. Alrighty, that is awesome. Now we're going to start measuring. The measurements are not that tricky. We're going to alternate between 1 inch and 1/2 inch on all 3 lines. So let's start the center line. We're going to measure down 1 inch, then 1/2 inch, and then every time I do a 1/2 inch, I'm just going to make a little mark. Then I'm going to measure down 1 inch. An easy way is to do it the way I'm doing, and then 1/2 inch. I'm scooting the ruler each time. Just makes it a little bit easier. 1 inch, 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1/2 inch. And I've labeled all the 1/2 inches. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4 1-inch sections. Now we're going to do the same thing over here. Here we go. 1 inch, 1/2 inch. Label the 1/2. Slide the ruler down. Measure 1 inch, measure 1/2 inch. Label 1/2. Slide the ruler down. Measure 1 inch, 1/2 inch. Slide the ruler down. 1 inch. 1/2 inch. Label 1/2 inch. Next, here we go again. 1 inch, 1/2 inch. Label 1/2 inch. Slide the ruler. Measure 1 inch, 1/2 inch. Label 1/2 inch. Measure 1 inch, measure 1/2 inch, label. Measure 1 inch, 1/2 inch, label. So I should have 4 1-inch sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to start connecting. So I'm going to put my pencil on the center line. I'm going to slide my ruler to the pencil, and I'm going to rotate it until I encounter a line. Then I'm going to just draw a line in between those two. That's it. Now I'm going to slide down to the 1-inch mark. I'm going to take my ruler, slide it to the dot, and I'm going to rotate my ruler until I encounter the dot at the bottom, and I'm going to slide it in again. Now the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to put my pencil on the next dot, slide it down, and connect it once again. Now when I get a 1/2 inch section, I'm going to erase the horizontal line and the 1/2 mark. Okay, next step, slide it to the next dot, slide my ruler to the next dot, rotate it, and then connect the two. Put my pencil on the next dot, slide it, rotate until I encounter the dot. This is a 1/2 inch section, so that means I erase the center, both sides. Okay, I'm going to keep going. If you're having trouble with that, you can go back and rewind, but I'm going to try to get it quicker. And I'm going to stop after I've created 4 shapes. Now I'm going to hop over to the other side and do the same exact thing, but now it's going to be at a different angle.